How gloves became my competitive edge in Hyrox. I was never sure at the beginning if gloves would or wouldn't help during a Hyrox race. I had a suspicion they would. I was watching YouTube videos like Hunter McIntyre, Rich Ryan, wearing gloves, putting them on, taking them off. So I knew there were some benefits of gloves in there. And when I knew it made sense was when I started wearing the gloves that I designed and started saving time in the race and started to, get podiums and things like that. That really confirmed to me that gloves designed the right way, lightweight, that you can wear during the race and you don't have to stop for chalk, can really help improve your race times. There's a quote I like: Hyrox doesn't just reward strength and speed, Hyrox rewards precision. You can be as fast as you want for the runs, but if you're missing that wall ball target, or if you're dropping those kettlebells during the farmer's carry, you're losing momentum, and that lack of precision and accuracy is costing time. If we look at the 2025 Hyrox World Championships in Chicago, where Tim Wienisch, the German Hyrox athlete, became the global world male champion, he beat Hunter McIntyre by 5 seconds. If we look on the women's side, Linda Meyer, she won the female 2025 Hyrox World Championships in Chicago. She beat the second place athlete, Joanna Wetrick, who's an unbelievable athlete, by 21 seconds. Look at the difference. 5 seconds between first and second in the men's, 21 seconds between first and second in the women. This is at the top of the game, the elite level. I know I've lost races. I came third, I could have came second if it was 20 seconds, previously. Having to stop for chalk, you've stopped your momentum, and all of that costs seconds, and those seconds can cost races. So the great thing about wearing gloves in a Hyrox race from start to finish is you don't have to worry about remembering to stop to get the chalk. What the gloves also give you is confidence. There's a lot to remember in a Hyrox race. You have to remember how many laps you've done and when you have to go in the in arch. You have to make sure you go in the right in arch and out the right in arch. What if you're somebody that is going to use chalk, but then you forget to get it and you go onto the sled pull and you're on it already pulling? Are you going to panic and run back and get chalk? Probably not. It can throw your whole race. I know people that races were thrown and they just lost their head in them because they maybe went in the out arch or the other way around. It does get dark and difficult, and if you've forgotten to get chalk or something like that, that can play on your mind. But if you wear gloves and you don't have to go and get the chalk, no problem. It's one less thing to worry about, which is great in a Hyrox race. The proof is in the performance as well. Look, gloves aren't going to make you stronger, but what gloves did for me was they gave me more consistency. And again, it came back to preparing for the race. When I was on that start line, I know I don't need to worry about the chalk buckets. I don't care where they are. Other athletes can go look for them if they want. I've got the gloves on. I'm going to be not breaking momentum. I'm going to be going straight for my runs into my stations, and that's going to be good for my confidence, and it's one less thing to worry about. And then I started seeing my results stack up. So, Hyrox Copenhagen, when I had my first set of gloves finalized after all the back and forth with the designers and the team and making sure we get the right gloves, that was my PB, okay? Could that have been a fluke? Well, I followed that up a few weeks later with the exact same time, pretty much, Hyrox Sharjah, and took third place there. A few weeks later, I got a second place at Hyrox Abu Dhabi with consistent performances. Control what you can. Listen, you train hard for Hyrox, okay? You don't want your training to let you down or your race performance to let you down for something that's, out of your control. And the key example of that is that they ran out of chalk buckets at the Hyrox World Championships in Chicago. I don't see the need for chalk anymore. I genuinely think that the biggest fear for people for wearing gloves is that their hands would be too hot during a Hyrox race. We designed the most lightweight Hyrox gloves. You barely even notice you're wearing them. We've had really top athletes trying them as well. They've all agreed that they haven't noticed they're wearing them. They're not too hot and they give them the grip, and it means they don't have to stop at the chalk stations and they're not going to race without them going forward. All right, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you wouldn't mind, please do give us a like and a subscribe. It really does help a small business like ours, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks very much. Bye.